Yo there guys, this is Cobb, and this is a response video to the Q&A video that I posted a few days ago. There are a lot of really good questions, so I've picked out a good few to answer in this video. I've tried to pick questions that a lot of people seem to be interested in, or that I felt were kind of important to answer to me. So I'm sorry if your question doesn't get answered here, but I'm pretty sure there'll be more chances in the future for everyone. Okay, so the first question is from 10 Max Power, and his question was: did you look up to other warlocks when you were starting out, or other YouTubers? Absolutely yes. I started playing around 1 week after TBC went live, and TBC was a huge Drake Dog expansion. I loved watching his videos, and I thought that the buzz his content created in the comment sections was just amazing. And it was actually because of Drake Dog that I chose to make my first ever videos, which were terrible actually, but yeah, but I remember it really clearly. I was level 43, and I was a complete and total noob. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was in Feralus, if I remember right, and I dueled some priest who basically completely kicked my ass. But afterward, this priest mentioned the name Drake Dog because I'd been playing the Destruction Spec, and he must have thought I was a fanboy or something. So he was kind of surprised when I told him that I had no idea who Drake Dog was, and he suggested that I watch Drake Dog 7, so I did. And then I thought to myself, I could do that, you know? And I obviously underestimated just how much hard work it would take, but here we are guys, going strong I feel. The second question is from Ethan Cobble, and his question was: what or who got me into playing World of Warcraft, and what other games do I play? The person who got me into playing WoW was actually my older sister. She got the game and was playing it for a while, and I remember checking it out, you know, and I actually decided not to play it because I thought it didn't look very fun. Then it was about 1 month later, and I was bored out of my mind, so I decided to give it a go. And I was instantly addicted. I mean, this was TBC, it was nothing like the game is now. It was challenging, and I was just so gripped by the idea of a huge world, you know? And like any second, I might run into an alliance player, and every zone was new and shiny. It just had such a weird sense of danger, and exploration, and overall difficulty to it, that I feel the game hugely lacks now. I'll just throw that in there. So yeah, my sister got me into playing WoW, which is kinda crazy. Other games that I play every now and then are Skyrim, and that's an amazing game that everyone should really play, seriously. I used to play the Total War games a lot, like Rome Total War and Medieval Total War and stuff like that. I really like anything tactical, so at the moment I'm trying out Forge, and I'm really liking that at the moment too. And for those of you that don't know, Forge is basically a blend between Call of Duty and World of Warcraft. It's like a third-person MMO shooter, and I might actually start releasing some content now and again from that. Depends how much you guys like it, so we'll see. Okay, this question is from Oke, or Oche, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but and the question is: do I ever get nervous in arenas, like in important games? I used to all the time, like when I first started PvP back in TBC at level 70. But even now, yeah, definitely, there's certain games that still get the adrenaline pumping. I mean, I faced Brain Deadly, Dakroth, Poika, Duskfall, a ton of crazy top players in 3v3 sometimes. And those always put me right on edge, which is bad as I usually can't ignore who it is that I'm up against, and I pretty much forget how to play. Another thing that's not including arenas really that used to put me on edge is when I'm recording for a big Cobrak video like Cobrak 16, and I'm taking on 3 people at once or something, and I kill 2 of them, and it comes down to a 1v1 between me and the last guy, and I'm like forgetting to breathe, and I can feel the adrenaline, and all I can think of is, oh man, you know, the guys on YouTube are gonna love this if I get this. But yeah, the adrenaline would definitely be flying, but now I've been doing it for so long. Now it takes a really special clip to get my adrenaline flowing. It's like I've been desensitized or something. Though I will say there were 1 or 2 clips in 16 that after I'd recorded them I felt like I was breathing fire. The next question is from Cloud Otaku, and this question is: how the hell do you juggle your job, WoW, your channel, life, and your woman? Well, it is a lot of time in front of a computer for sure. My job at the moment is pretty much a skill capped editor. I edit videos for Brain Deadly, Torsons, Nuts, Venruki, Cottage, Ira, and basically a ton of other top players. In a way it's easy work, just a bit time consuming, but obviously I know how lucky I am to have a job like this. And I really am grateful to Cottage for actually offering me the position of skill captain. And I remember at the time that I took the job, I was pretty much told that my YouTube would probably suffer, as that I have very little time to record and make my own videos if I was to take the job, and my YouTube would likely die out. But I was determined to make it work, and I always will be, because this channel and this YouTube is what I want to do for a living, and there's nothing I'm going to let stop me in that way. But how do I juggle all the aspects of my life? I usually wake up first thing in the morning, and what I do is work on a video for this channel. And it could be editing, uploading, or recording voiceovers like this one. And all of that kind of stuff. I just like to do it first so I can upload the videos early as I can in the day. Then during the afternoon I play some WoW or some Forge, and I record as much of my gameplay as I can. I usually have a video uploading in the background by this point. Then once the upload is done and I'm checking through all of the comments to make sure you guys are liking the new video, I start work editing for the skill cap videos. I make sure that I pause every half hour or so, of course, to reply to comments and the messages and stuff on the new video. I usually end up editing till around midnight or around 11 PM at the very earliest, and then if there's no more work to do, me and my girlfriend Sophie, also known as the Elemental Shaman in the 3v3 team, Cobrak, we have a chance to settle down and chill out before bed. You might be wondering how Sophie fits into all of this. Well, she's a WoW player too, of course, so we're always gaming together, and she also works as an editor for Skillcap. So apart from the YouTube channel, we actually both run on the same schedule. Right, the last question is from a user that I'm going to keep anonymous. He says he's been dealing with depression for the past 4 years now. Pretty much almost no one knows about it, or at least the people who I hold near. Not because I don't want to talk about it, but because I feel like I'm laying something off on them. And I don't want to be that guy. So his question really is, what makes you happy in real life, and do you have any tips for me to maybe deal better with this depression? Hey man, I was depressed once too. I was about 17 and I was in college, and for me I think it was partially due to social isolation. I didn't talk to anyone and didn't want to talk to anyone, and that was a big mistake. I was really disconnected from my friends, I stopped going out, and I got really messed up in my head at the worst of times. I'm not sure how much I want to go into this, because it's really not nice for me to think back to, but I felt basically like I had no purpose. I felt like I had no reason to get out of bed in the morning. And I felt like I wasn't in control of my own destiny. I'd have these insane thoughts that I don't even want to try and explain. Then what I did is I actually started writing, like fiction stories. And I'm writing one right now actually about demons and angels, but I mean, the point is, I started doing something that I really enjoyed to do, and I made it a hobby, and whenever I felt down, I just started writing, you know? And it got me through so much crap, it was just awesome. And then I did the same thing with the YouTube videos. It was just a hobby that I loved to do, so I poured all of my energy into that. But the real point is that I'm trying to make is, I took something that I enjoyed, and I set myself a goal with it. Whether it was to reach 1,000 subscribers, or to finish a video I was working on, or to finish the book that I was writing, that doesn't matter. What I mean is, I gave myself a purpose. You know, I gave myself something to work towards and to obsess over, and that I could put all of my energy into and be proud of. And it was incredible for me, and I loved it, and I still do, and you can do that too, man. Whatever it is that you love to do, do it, and aim to be the best. And I promise you, it will make you feel better, because you'll have something to be proud of too. And that's what makes me happy in real life, man, looking back on what I've done during the day, and feeling like I've made progress towards something, to my goal, you know, and looking forward to picking up where I left off the next day. Another thing though is being social, man. A huge mistake I made was shutting myself away from everyone when I was down, and as a result I was just locked away with my own thoughts, and obviously this just makes things worse. Of course you don't have to tell everyone how you're feeling if you don't want to. I didn't, and I came out fine in the end, but don't isolate yourself. I mean, people really do care. Of course I'm not medically qualified at all, I'm just speaking from my own personal experience, so I hope this really helped, man, and to anyone else watching with a similar issue. Find something you enjoy and focus your energy there, and you never know where it might lead. Anyway, that's all for this Q&A, guys. We've kind of ran on a lot longer than I thought it would, but I'm going to be releasing a quick Forge video to see what you guys think. I think it's a pretty cool game and would definitely recommend it to anyone looking to try something new. The next videos in line are arena montages and commentaries, some Forge gameplay, the next duel guide video, and of course Cobrak 16. But for now, stay Destro everyone, and have a Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, be merry anyway, because life is too short.